Okay, guys. So, in the last episode, we finished up the story in Sniffelheim. All the gold stuff is gone. Eric has his sister that we never knew about back, and all is well over there. So, Eric's back in the party and now has his skill tree unlocked. By the way, if anybody is new here, maybe you found the channel because you were looking for Dragon Quest and you saw this playlist. Maybe you're here, maybe one of my regulars shared with their friends. If so, I'm sorry about the last few videos. I haven't been doing what a proper YouTuber should do, and that's introducing themselves. I'm Riylo. I'm playing Dragon Quest XI. If you want to know where I'm at, best answer I can give is, according to IGN, I'm about to go into the end of Chapter 10 in their walkthrough, so therefore you can find where you are at in theirs, and see about where I'm at as well. So the next step technically is to go into Arborea, but that's going straight through the story. There's something else that I can knock out right now, and so that's what this episode is going to be about. It has to do with that big fucking thing, not the horse's penis. That big thing in the sky that I can't. It's even worse out on the ocean. You can't scroll, you can't pan up at all with the camera. So anyway, that thing is over Gondolia, so we need to go and find out what that's about. According to this guide, it's just story shit, no combat, but we can't have that. So, like I said in the last episode, there's a boss over here, or not a boss, an enemy over here that I wanted to show off because it was really neat how they handled it. So, show him off first. That was just really neat. I liked it. And then he's a big guy that we could fight. Let's see. I did a lot of grinding in this desert area before I started all of the videos that I did today. I think this is number 5. So yeah, I'm having fun playing the game, opening it up. I've grinded it well enough to where I'm doing just fine with the enemies. So I'm going to get through all the story that I can with you guys, and then do more grinding in between.
You shall not prevail.
Glad he did that in that order. Oh, he gets a third attack. That sucks. I thought, good. Oh, he attacked and then boosted his attack. Let's see. I should have just regular attacked. Spells.
We're not done yet.
This should kill him.
Victory is ours.
So, I just wanted to show that guy off. Is my horse still... Oh, the horse is still over here. There was a patch about the horse. Apparently the game could crash if you were 300 feet, meters, whatever, away from the horse. So they fixed that. It was never something I experienced, but... Anyway, let's go ahead and do what this episode's going to be about. And figure out what is going on here in Gondolia.
So the rumors were true. Erdwin's lantern descends towards Gallopolis.
Where's Jay? I don't mind Eric, but where's Jay?
They They say it began when Yggdrasil fell and darkness covered the land. But why? What is happening to our world?
Whoa, one of these guys is finally making an appearance?
Erdwin's lantern, eh?
Hold on a second, though. I just had a thought. So, I don't know. I'm not a Dragon Quest lore master or anything like that. I've only played 8 in this one, and I haven't done any more sort of research into it. I misread what Hendrik just said. He said, what is happening to our world? I misread it more along the lines of, why is this happening to our world? Implying that he had heard of the lantern and that he knew it happened to other worlds. Which would be really freaking cool, but I don't know. That was just me misreading something. The fuck?
Back in Dundrasil, we had a legend that after Erdwin defeated the Dark One, he ascended to the skies as a star, so he could watch over Erdrea for all eternity. That was one of Eleanor's favorite stories. And I always thought it was just that, a story. But now I'm not so sure. I mean, if the Lord of Shadow's rise caused Erdwin's lantern to descend, are you even listening, laddie? Huh, charming. Well, I can share my musings with you again if you'd like.
No.
Heard everything you needed to hear, did you? All right, then. Well, I suppose this is no time to be standing around pontificating. The lantern's on course to crash straight into this fair kingdom.
I wonder if Jade and Eric aren't here because I could have done this before finding them.
We'd best go and see what the Sultan thinks of all this, eh?
Which sucks. Does that mean she's not going to be in any of these? Turn in the morning. We messed up at this inn once. Let's not do so again. Hey, you evil fucking woman. $140,000 coins, and I still am hesitant to spend it. Well, it's morning. Absolutely nothing has happened with the sky, but has your son grown the fuck up yet?
My boy, please. Your reckless heroics will get you killed.
Ooh, maybe.
Fear not, father. I will take all necessary precautions. By the time I return, the mystery of the star will be solved and Gallopolis will be saved.
Ah, it is you. Thank you once again for all you did for my son. What in the name of the... Surely this cannot be.
It's been a while, eh, Your Majesty? Years, in fact. I haven't seen you since the Colloquy of Kings and the disaster that followed.
Lord Robert, please, you must listen. What we were told about the luminary was false. He is not the spawn of the darkness after all. Alas, we were all deceived by King Carnelian. We allowed the world to be destroyed. We brought this disaster upon ourselves.
Oh, come on, your majesty. We can hardly be blamed. This is Mordegon's doing. He's the one who possessed King Carnelian and caused all this chaos. This is down to him and no one else.
Lord Robert.
Now, listen. We need to talk about that star. If Erdwin's lantern falls much further, Gallopolis is done for. What do you know about it?
Sadly, very little. I have tasked my finest scholars with investigating its origins, but they have discovered nothing. There is one thing that may be of interest. My son Faris claims to have been able to make out runes on the surface of the barrier that surrounds the star.
Runes, eh?
Okay.
This is the first I've heard of a barrier surrounding the lantern, let alone anything being written on it. Was your lad sure of this?
He certainly appeared to be. In fact, he has taken one of our most learned scholars to the Celestial Sands in order to investigate the ruins more closely. It is there that we believe the star will make its landing.
I see. Reckon we'd better go and take a good look at these runes ourselves, eh? Shall we head out after the prince?
It would put my mind at ease if you would, Lord Robert. I cannot help but worry about him being abroad in such dangerous circumstances.
Aye.
You have my thanks. I will instruct the guards to permit you passage through the checkpoint. Journey safely.
Yeah, I should have been able to do this a while ago, and that's why she's not here. It's the same train of thought that made me think that I can't actually progress in the second part of the game without picking up characters that I don't want, because I do believe I could have avoided Sylvando if I had never went to Phenomenal. So, but then they show them in cutscenes. So I do think that the game prevents you from being able to access certain activities if you don't have certain other things done, which is how games normally go, but I thought I might be able to pick and choose a little bit in this game, and that it would break out from the norm, and that would be pretty neat. Because I would love if there wasn't a single other cutscene with Veronica in it, flapping her fucking mouth. She's just a rude, patronizing, dissenting little shit.
No, you agreed to do this. Come, we must move closer. We cannot hope to read the runes from here.
But, Your Highness, I am sorry. It is too dangerous. I'm afraid I must refuse.
Do you have a means of deciphering the symbols without entering the Celestial Sands?
Well, no, but...
Oh, Principal! Sylvando! What an unexpected pleasure.
The Sultan said you were out here in the scary sands trying to read runes of a falling star. Huh. Guess you grew up to be quite the brave boy,
I am simply doing my duty to my people. But what about you? What brings you to the sands?
The same thing as you, Your Highness. We have come to investigate Erdwin's lantern.
Sir Hendrik? The Sir Hendrik? Ah, the hero of Heliodor, here in my kingdom!
You know who I am, Your Highness?
But of course! You are my hero! You are every aspiring knight's hero! To serve under your command is my life's ambition!
I am honored, Your Highness. The courage you have shown in venturing out here suggests that you would make a fine knight, wherever or whomever you serve.
He came out here to stare at the sky. There's not that much danger associated with that.
Truly, you have no idea how much your words mean to me. Oh, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Sorry to butt in, Your Highness, but might I ask how your investigations are going? You were looking a wee bit frustrated back there when we arrived.
Indeed I was, old man. That fool of a scholar is too frightened to accompany me any further into the sands. I am not one for learning. The symbols will mean nothing to me, which leaves me in quite a predicament.
Well, I think I might be able to help out there, if you'll allow me.
You are some manner of wizened ancient? Excellent. I would be very much obliged. The runes can be best seen from the ruins in the center of the sands. Meet me there.
Old man. That was funny. Boing. These are new. Boing. Oh, their colors. Look at their color schemes, guys. It's green and black and silver. Guys, I want one of these. Can someone get me one of these? Can someone make me one of these and send it? Please. You know what? Tactics. You, show no mercy. Show no mercy. Focus on me. Show no mercy. If there's not going to be much combat, you guys can have at it.
Better than ever.
Not a bad experience either. Hey, these guys. Can we fight two at once, please? Nah. That's not a dragon, silly. That's not mechanical. Silly. Stop doing that on one creature. Cactolotl.
Well, not bad.
It's even got an awesome name. No, I should have figured out. Whoa. That's new. I should have figured out her skill points between episodes, her and Hendrik. But I forgot. These things are so cool looking.
Taking a nap? Oh, truly, it is even more magnificent when one lies directly beneath it. How many can say that they have seen such glories up close?
They look kind of similar to what Rab was doing when he was in that death place.
You're a special one, darling. What are these ruins, anyway? And how come they're out here all on their own in the middle of the desert?
Huh? Oh, they have been here forever. Since the age of our grandfathers' grandfathers. Or some such nonsense.
They were built for something very important. I just know it. Ooh, maybe some kind of stat.
No, it wasn't.
You weren't wrong about the runes, Your Highness. I can definitely see some on the side of the lantern. Let's take a closer look, shall we?
I'm gonna investigate little Squishy, whose arms are not up. Holy fuck! I've put so many hours into this game, and these have not done anything.
Are you okay, honey?
Fucking Sylvando messing everything up.
What's happening?
The lantern!
Oh, it's falling! It's falling!
Lord Robert, it is not safe here. We must fall back.
Oh, give me a minute, will you? I think I can make out what the runes are saying.
Please, Lord Robert, it is too dangerous.
What?
Now none shall challenge me. This world is mine, and mine alone.
Was that the Sword of Shadows?
The lantern, it has disappeared. The star was named for Erdwin, but can such an ominous phenomenon truly be the work of heroes? Was the foul creature wielding the sword not...
That was no foul creature, Sir Hendrik. That was the savior of Gallopolis. He spared us all from the falling star. The kingdom is saved. My people will surely thank me when I bring them the good tidings.
Hasn't changed.
I must return to the city and spread the news. Come and find me at the palace if you need me. Yes!
Kalasmus. What could that mean?
It really was just one word scrawled across that whole
Why
thing.
don't we go ask the Sultan? It's his kingdom. Maybe he knows something.
Aye.
I want to know more about that little thing. Mm. I can't warp to Galapagos. That's weird. No, not that. No, not that either. I was trying to get on the horse.
Our triumph was never in...
Okay. Going back to the palace. There's really nothing else to do. Star's gone. Maybe we'll learn a little bit more, and maybe this is what they meant by there really isn't any combat associated with this. It's just learning more about what's going on in the world. I feel like there was some payoff in that. Got to learn about that little guy. So that was good. Well, not really learned much, but we interacted. After this, I'll find out what they have. No, they're not going to have much for sale. If I was able to be here 2 full characters ago, then they're not going to have anything that's going to be an upgrade. I don't feel, again, I suspect this game might have some small measure of all shops around the world upgrading once you complete something once you progress the story. Telling father of all that came to pass, you should tell him what you saw. Yeah, I know, I was trying to talk to him.
It is a relief to see you safe, my friends. When the star shattered, I could not help but fear the worst. Faris has explained all that came to pass out upon the sands. It seems a savior appeared and destroyed the lantern before it could lay waste to my kingdom.
Aye. Though, I wouldn't go calling him your savior just yet. Anyway, never mind that now. There's something I want to ask you, Your Majesty. The runes on the barrier around the star, they spelled out a word. Kalasmus. Does that mean anything to you?
Kalasmos. Sadly, it does not.
Well, if it was written on the side of a star, you can bet it means something. Something important. Yeah, but we can't go letting it distract us too much. Mordigan's not going to defeat himself. We've work to be getting on with.
Lord Robert, your quest to defeat the Lord of Shadows is a noble one. The people of Gallopolis will be praying for your success.
Yes, and if there is ever anything you require, you need only ask. After all, I still owe you a favor.
Devour. So nothing happened. I don't get... He couldn't ask all of those scholars that he was using to learn about the star. Well, they're not busy doing that anymore, so I feel like I should have got something about Cosmos out of that. So, well, I guess that's it for that little bit of story. Side quest. Wait a hold. I came here to research Erdwin's lantern. I'm an astronomer, you see, but now it's gone and disappeared, so I'm not sure what to do. Some of my colleagues have managed to find some shards of the lantern in the desert, though. I've seen a couple, and they look absolutely fascinating. I'd love to perform a few experiments on one. But I've heard that the desert is crawling with monsters, so could you go get stuff for me? A gate of evolution as the reward. I don't know what that is, but it looks like crafting material to me. Alright, well, really nothing else to do. I don't think the star breaking had an effect on anything around the world, save maybe for there being broken pieces of it here in the desert, but that's not really fascinating, so I guess that's going to do it for this episode. Next one, we're going to go and find out what's going to happen next in Arborea, our second visit there. So, see you guys in the next one.